There is a brand strategy that has outlasted every empire, every cultural shift, every crisis, and every attempt to replace it. That for over 2,000 years. They haven't rebranded, they haven't changed their tone to make it more appealing to the younger generations, and they never had to run a campaign to make them seem more relevant or more relatable to people. Yet, if you go to a celebration of this institution in any country, so in Italy, in Germany, in Japan, in America, in Brazil, I can assure you and I can bet with you that it will be identical. They will use the same words, they will use the same rituals, and the very same logic they have been using for centuries. For centuries. All of that while seeing entire civilizations rise and fall. More than once. And unfortunately, most brands, most business, and most companies, they did not have the same outcome. As a matter of fact, I cannot really think of many organizations or institutions that have been out there for this long. And some of it has to do with the fact that most of them are trying to appeal for everyone. And it is understandable because it is also logical. If you want to sell more, if you want to reach more people, you have to be appealing to more people. Isn't that right? Not really. Because on this attempt that is somehow driven by trying to increase the profit and by trying to increase the general sentiment over their idea or their product, since we're talking about businesses, they try to fly every single flag they possibly can. They change their logo with different colors in the right months. They state something at times that it would be a lot better to just stay silent, but it seems like it was just too risky to just stay silent. And that is actually a very big difference between not hating a movement and actually believing in it. And on this attempt to try to appeal to everyone, you're actually entering a strategy that is actually a lose-lose strategy. And that in spite of the fact that the people who actually participate in those communities and the people who actually support those ideas and those values and those beliefs, they can see a mile away that this is not genuine. That you're only doing that to try to appeal to everyone. On the other hand, these people, they know it's fake. But on the other hand, the people who don't support those movements, they now feel alienated to this brand because they grew up their entire lives supporting it and feeling like it was theirs, and now they don't connect with it at all. The brand doesn't feel like home anymore. So they try to gain everyone and end up not earning anyone. And think about what it takes to make an institution last over 2,000 years. They had to say no to kings. They had to say no to emperors. And they had to say no to whole cultural revolutions that were saying that they were too outdated, that they were just too old for today's standards, that this would not work in the present times, and that they were on the right side of history. Nonetheless, what history has revealed to us is that they were wrong, because there is only one institution that has been out there since that time. And that will probably be out there for a lot longer. And for that reason, when we look at brands that are just blank, that are just flat, don't really have an opinion, what it sounds to the people consuming those brands and looking at them, so their audience, is exactly this. We don't believe in anything strongly enough to risk losing you. So, in the attempt not to lose you, we can change our mind, we can change our values, we can change our beliefs. Does that sound right? Does that sound trustable? Because let's agree on something. If a brand doesn't have a really clear statement of what they believe is unethical or not, do they really sound trustable? If they don't know what is wrong and what is not, can you really trust in them? And with that in mind, and trying to take as an inspiration this institution that has been out there for 2,000 years, we created our manifesto for GARAGIQUE. GARAGIQUE has a real clear position in terms of design, in terms of engineering integrity, on what should or should not be served by technology to people. And that becomes really clear every day if you look at our posts on X. We post there every day, so every single comment we make carries this perspective, carries the things we believe in, and the things that make GARAGIQUE what it is. That positioning will in some way be present in everything we do. And as a matter of fact, we also know what we are not. Because to know what you are, you have to know what you're not first. Although it sounds unpractical and not really intuitive. But for instance, you will not see GARAGIQUE posting every day just for the sake of it, just to go viral. On Instagram, for instance, we post once a week. You will not see us covering breaking news just to gather more people, because it would bring a lot of people to consume our content. But we're not here for that. We're not here to be the first ones to talk about something that happened yesterday or something that happened this morning. This is not of our interest. And this is not of the interest of the people that consume GARAGIQUE. What will happen, as a matter of fact, is that we post something now, and that 1 month from now will happen. It will seem like we predicted it. Or we will talk about something that happened 100 years ago. It might also happen. But we will not be talking about something that happened yesterday or happened this morning. This is a slow media platform. We're not here for this. And there is actually a really big pressure to taking as an opportunity those chances to try to go viral, to try to make more money, and on the way of doing that, abandoning everything we believe in. So in reality, what will happen is that those opportunities are actually a test to ask you, do you actually believe in what you have been doing? Do you actually believe in what you have been saying? This will be the test. And I can assure you that there will be a lot of tests like this. So that is the way, that is the occasions, that is the occasion, and that is those are the times that you will have to say and to demonstrate, most importantly, that you actually believe in what you have been doing. And this is what we have been trying to do with GARAGIQUE. So if I have one tip about that, is to follow, as an example, the only institution that has been out there for more than 2,000 years. That is the tip I have to give you. Because you don't need to please everyone. You don't need everyone. You need the right people. You need the right people. And this is what we need for GARAGIQUE também, and this is what I will be trying to do, even if that's the last thing I do in my life. Follow the thing that has been working. Follow your own values. Follow your own beliefs. And you will find the people that actually believe in that. That's what I have to say. See you in the next one.